Hey everybody, it's Eddie here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing how I would invest $1,000 into the cryptocurrency space if I was brand new. I'm going to be sharing 3 different portfolio options with 3 different risk levels, so if that sounds interesting, definitely stick around. Now, about a month ago, I created a video called Top 5 Cryptocurrency to Invest in for Q4 of 2021. Amongst the 5 were Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, VeChain, and Polkadot. And then about 3 weeks ago, I created a video on 3 reasons why Polygon or Matic is my #1 cryptocurrency to invest in for 2021 going into 2022. So the question that I've received a lot after that was, Eddie, how much should I invest into these cryptocurrencies? Now, when you're brand new to the space, you don't want to be investing into too many different projects or different altcoins. Instead, you really want to condense it down to a few quality ones, right? So my goal of this video is to choose only 5 and give you perspective on how much risk you want to take investing into these 5. Plus, I'll be removing or adding a few extra altcoins. Also, if you're interested in learning more about the cryptocurrency space and how I'm navigating this market, when I buy, when I sell, and when I plan on taking profits, check out the Patreon group, link it down below. I post content on there every single day. We have an amazing team. We're continuously growing, and we would love to have you a part of the team. Now, here are the 3 options that I personally chose. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is not investment advice either. This is just my personal opinion on what I feel like is the best strategy going into 2022. Now, I'm not going to be really going over the fundamentals of each of these projects. More so, I'm going to be going over the psychological reasons of why I chose out these types of coins and the market strategy behind these options. Option number 1 is the conservative route. So this is where you're really kind of having exposure to the cryptocurrency space with very little risk. About 70% of your portfolio is made up of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then 30% of your portfolio is exposed to Polkadot, Cardano, and VeChain. Now, the reason why this is a conservative approach is because when the market goes up, you're not going to experience the massive gains you would as if you were investing into like option 3. But you would also protect your portfolio to the downside in case there was a correction or a dip in the market. With almost half of your portfolio being Bitcoin, you're being really safe. 30% Ethereum also being very, very safe. These 2 cryptocurrencies will trend higher over time. We're talking long term. Now, Polkadot, Cardano, and VeChain, these are also quality altcoins that could potentially trend higher over time as well. So from a risk to reward standpoint, the risk level is very low in my opinion, and the reward on the upside is still rewarding over time. Now, for portfolio number 2, it is slightly riskier than number 1, but the return or the potential return is greater as well. We would do 40% Ethereum this time. So option number 1, we did 40% Bitcoin, but we're going to replace that with a blue chip altcoin like Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. Then we're going to have 20% Cardano, 20% Polkadot, 10% Matic, and 10% VeChain. Overall, if you feel like you missed out on the returns on Bitcoin, Ethereum is kind of the next best option for a lot of new investors. And overall, I do believe that Ethereum can provide much higher returns than Bitcoin in the short term. Now, at the time of making this video, Cardano or ADA has been pretty beat down, right? So in my opinion, it's a really good time to enter in. If Cardano were to go back to its previous all-time high, you're pretty much doubling your money, right? So that's why I would put 20% into Cardano, and I would also consider putting 20% into Polkadot. Now, Polkadot is one of those quality projects that I do believe will trend higher over time, and that will stick around maybe 4, 5, 6 years from now. Right now, it's sitting around the $42 range, and I do see it potentially hitting the $200 to $300 range at the peak of the market cycle. Short term, I could see it hitting a little over $100, but Polkadot for me in my personal holding portfolio is my number 4, number 5 altcoin. And then I would put 10% into Matic and 10% into VeChain. And the reason why is because 1, it's to protect my portfolio, and 2nd, when Matic and VeChain does end up running up, it will end up being like 15% of my portfolio. Polkadot would end up being like 15 as well. So the overall portfolio will end up balancing out. Whereas if I ended up doing like 40% Matic, and when Matic does run up, it's going to end up becoming majority of my portfolio, and you never want to be too overweighted in one specific altcoin. So technically, although you are taking less risk, we're approaching this from an investment standpoint versus a trading standpoint. If you were to trade this portfolio, then it's going to be a whole different story. But again, this is how I would invest $1,000 if I was brand new to the space. And then we have option or portfolio number 3. It is the riskiest out of the 3. Therefore, the downside risk is much greater, but at the same time, because it is high risk, there's also high reward. First, I would put 40% into Cardano. I do believe that Cardano, this market cycle, can provide a higher return than Ethereum, and Ethereum will provide a higher return than Bitcoin. Therefore, for option number 3, I would disregard Ethereum and Bitcoin and only stick with Cardano. Now, 20% I would put into Polkadot, again, because it's a quality altcoin. And then I would put 15% into Matic, 15% into VeChain. What we did was we just added 5 more percent from option number 2. And then we would add 10% XRP. This is why it's kind of the riskiest, because XRP, depending on the lawsuit, the SEC lawsuit, if it passes, XRP will most likely have a huge run up. At the same time, if something does go terribly wrong, then XRP may have a major dump, which is why still, again, we're trying to protect our portfolio. And that's why XRP makes up only 10% of this portfolio. Now, instead of me just sharing these 3 different options and sharing all these cryptocurrencies, I personally decided to experiment this portfolio and see how they perform over time. I created this portfolio almost 3 days ago. They are all in the res just because we did have a dip in the market, but I think it's a great example to show the pullbacks on the risk levels as well. At the very bottom, we have option number 1, middle, option number 2, and at the very top, we have option number 3. Now, option number 3 is down the most out of the 3 because the risk level is the highest, but at the same time, the returns can be high as well. I do expect when the market does pick back up for this portfolio to outpace these two, but for the time being, when the market is down, it will have a much larger pullback than the 2. Option number 2 is holding up better than option number 1. Why? Because Ethereum does provide higher returns than Bitcoin. Now we have option number 1. It is kind of the average of the 2 at the time of making this video. I do think that it's slightly more down just because Matic is not in this portfolio. Matic recently made a small little run. Therefore, portfolio number 2 or option number 2 is holding up well because of Matic. So also Ethereum is holding up much better than Bitcoin at the time of making this video, which is why portfolio number 2 is holding up well. But I'll give an update on this portfolio maybe every single month and we'll see how it does. The platform that I am using right now is called Pionex. If you are interested in signing up, I do have a referral link down below. If you do use my link, you do get 20% off trading fees for life. But I use a feature called the rebalancing bot, right? If you click on create, you click on multi-coin mode, and then you can customize your own portfolio. Click on add new coins. You can choose Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. Let's also search up XRP, and we'll add in one more. We'll choose an Matic. Boom, click confirm, and then you can change up the weight or the percentage of each coin or allocation. Just make sure that it adds up to 100% and make sure that you have $100 per coin. So you cannot make this portfolio unless you have $500 or USDT minimum. Right now, I do not have 500 USDT in this portfolio, but then after you do, you would click on create. The neat thing about the rebalancing bot within Pionex is that when one coin does end up running up, you can rebalance your portfolio every single, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour to make sure that your portfolio is evened out every single day. So for example, if Matic ended up running up, what the bot would do, it would sell a portion of your Matic, put the profits into the underperforming altcoins. That way, when those underperforming altcoins do run up, you'll ride up more in profit than if you're just to hold. Another thing you can do is you can purchase cryptocurrency through an app like Crypto.com, and you can end up earning interest or rewards on your cryptocurrency. So if I click on the middle dot button, click on earn, my all-time earnings is about $4,600. Right now, I'm currently earning up to 12.5% on my Polkadot, 6.5% on my Bitcoin, 5.5% on my Ethereum, and 10% on my Polygon or Matic. Or you could also purchase your cryptocurrency and send it over to an app like Celsius where you can earn rewards through your cryptocurrency. I'll leave the Celsius and Crypto.com playlist link down below in case you do want to learn more. Now, there are a ton of different altcoins or cryptocurrencies you could invest into. So if you're like, I don't really like these options, I don't really care, then that's totally fine. That is totally up to you. Just at the current state of the market as of today or at the time of making this video, these are the cryptocurrencies that I would choose. I would personally avoid choosing cryptocurrencies that already have ran up. Rather, I would prefer to invest into underperforming coins because they will eventually have their time and they will run up. And again, this video is really for those that are brand new to the crypto space. How should I invest $1,000? And this is how I would personally do it. Maybe a month from now or 2 months from now, you might get a lot more familiar with the space. Then you can branch out and explore different coins and you don't have to stick with these options. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. Consider checking out the Patreon girl, link down below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Over, good night, good morning, adios.